Hello Internet, welcome to the Nerd Sanctuary. This is Yami, and today we're looking at the Ren Suzugamori Trial Deck 4. Or I guess that saying it that way might be confusing. The Trial Deck 4 Ren Suzugamori. It's the reboot Shadow Paladin Trial Deck. I like the way these new Trial Decks are done because back in the day you'd only get like one copy of Blaster Dark or something. But now with the reboot you get 4 copies. And they're continuing the trend that started with the Legion decks, I believe. Or maybe it was, I think it actually started in Stride, where you get, like, a couple copies of Perfect Guards. This gives you, like, the 4 copies of the Perfect Guard, but they're the grade 1s, and they introduced the grade 0s, so they're still keeping their bottom line with selling stuff. Let's go ahead and open this up, see what we got. Alright. One side opened. You know what? It's just the box. I'm not going to use them. I don't have to care about being gentle with it. Alright. Open this up. We got the standard trial deck stuff here. The first guide. The mat showing a bunch of product stuff on the back. And standard looking mat on the front. If there are any problems with the camera, I apologize. This is a new camera I'm using. This is actually like the third video I've used it for. I did some Spider-Man PS4 stuff with it that got uploaded, but this is the first Vanguard thing I'm doing with it. So, starting this trial deck off, we got what appears to be 4 copies of Blaster Dark, which I gotta say, this is pretty interesting, because this art here kind of reminds me a bit of Blaster Dark Abyss with how the background is. Now let me get a closer look so I can read off what the reboot Blaster Dark's effect is. As a Vanguard or Rearguard, when placed, Counterblast 1, your opponent chooses one of his or her Rearguards and retires it. And a Vanguard activated once per turn ability, if your opponent has no Rearguards, discard a card from your hand and this unit gets +1 drive. So that's pretty good. Kind of reminds me a little bit of how the new Blaster Blade, his effect is different, but still like has a little bit of the same feeling as the original did. After that, we have 3 copies, it would appear, of the Dark Dictator, although there's probably a hollow one in the back. And he has the continuous Vanguard skill. During your turn, this unit gets 2,000 for each of your rear. This is more Alfred than the new Alfred is. Wow. And it also has the activated once per turn Vanguard skill. Counterblast 1. Call up to 1 grade 2 or less card from your hand to Rearguard. And that unit gets plus 5,000 until the end of the turn. Your opponent chooses one of his or her Rearguards and retires it. Pretty good. It feels more Kingdom Knights Alfred than the reboot Kingdom Knights Alfred does. Well, with the new one needing Blaster Blade to use its effect. Alright, then we have 4 copies of Pulverized Knight Daemon. With the Rearguard skill that when it attacks a Vanguard, if you have more Rearguards than your opponent, this unit gets plus 5,000 until the end of the battle. It's pretty good, and looks like the Shadow Paladins use the Force icon. Just like the Royal Paladins, which if the reboot show's going to do that Aichi switching clans thing, it makes a lot of sense to keep it with the Force clans. Next we have 3 copies of Witch of Calamity Emir. With the once per turn auto Rearguard ability, when your other Rearguard is placed, you may have this unit get plus 5,000 until the end of the turn. I'm having a weird problem with language today. And now, ending out the grade 2s, we have 3 copies of Blaster Axe. It is a 10k vanilla with a 10k shield, as seems to be the case with the reboot cards. Nothing special with him. Starting out the grade 1s, we have 3 copies of Fold Bow. With the auto Rearguard ability, that when an attack boosts... when the attack this card boosts hits a Vanguard, counterblast 1 card and 2 of your other units get plus 5,000 power. Pretty good. I'm actually really liking the way the new Shadow Paladins play. After that, we have 3 copies of Blaster Javelin, who has the auto rearguard ability that when placed, if you have 2 or more grade 1 or less rearguards, counterblast 1, draw a card, and this unit gets plus 3,000 until the end of the turn. Pretty good. Moving on, we have 4 perfect cards. They play the same as perfect cards have always had. Discard a card and block an attack. It's pretty basic. I don't think anyone needs me to explain what a perfect card does. And ending out the grade 1s, we have 3 copies of Witch of Nostrum, Orianerhold. These names are hard to pronounce sometimes. It has the activated once per turn. No, not once per turn. It has the activated rearguard ability. Soul Blast 1 and rest this unit, and one of your units get plus 5,000 or plus 10,000 power until the end of the turn. Like I said, I'm having a problem with language today. Starting out the zeros, we have 1 copy of Full Bow that when you ride upon this card, draw a card. It's kind of the basic starter Vanguard ability now. Then we have 4 copies of Darkside Trumpeter, a standard critical trigger. We have 4 copies of Death Feather Eagle, another standard critical trigger. 4 copies of Howl Owl, a standard draw trigger. 4 copies of Abyss Healer, a standard heal trigger. And like I said earlier, here's our holographic Dark Dictator, a holographic Blaster Javelin, and our 3 Force icons. Man, I was kind of hoping I'd get lucky with this and get a hot stamp card like I did for the Aichi deck. Oh well. But there you have it. That's the Shadow Paladin trial deck, Ren Suzugamori. If you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe. If you haven't already, check out the channel, see what other Vanguard stuff we have. You know, look around. We have Vanguard, video game stuff, various nerd culture content. But until next time, I'll see you guys later.